All right, welcome back to the stream, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. We got lots of contributors on the line today, so if you have any questions, be sure to type them into the chat. And I'll let everybody that is on Teams with me introduce themselves. So, Ed, you want to introduce yourself?
Ed Godoy from South Florida, Coral Gables, Miami-Dade County.
And then, Gabe, do you want to introduce yourself?
Not really, but I will anyway. So I'm Gabe. I currently live in Central Florida, actually, and happy to be here.
And then we have our very own Dr. Doohickey, who you've seen in the chat before, and with the functional prints. Dr. Doohickey, you want to
Hello,
introduce yourself?
sir. I'm Dr. Doohickey. I'm representing Midwest Maker of Madness.
Nice. And last but not least is Hot Fix on the line. Welcome back, Hot Fix.
Sorry, I couldn't get the mute to work. Hey,
There
guys.
you go.
Coming in from Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Awesome. And welcome to the stream, Tim and Glenn. Welcome back. Good to see everybody. And before the stream started, we were talking about waiting for Ed and I were talking about the we don't really care about the laser, but we're interested in the little marker adapter and the cutter adapter. So I'm wondering if other people out there in the chat are looking forward to that as well. But yeah, I'd like to do some little vinyl stickers or decals or whatever with the little cutter, and you already start to see some really cool stuff with the laser. Not that I want a stinky house with the laser thing or whatever, but on Maker World there's already a bunch of cool stuff with the laser. So I'm wondering if there'd be some really cool stuff with the marker and the little cutter with some little decals or whatever. But I think the decals are just, and maybe even the marker as well, is just a SVG file, possibly, is all you'd need for that, and to be able to put it into Bamboo Studio and have it read it from there. But it'll be interesting to see. Has anybody heard when that's going to come out? I haven't.
I haven't heard much. I'm kind of waiting on the H2S because I don't need all of the other stuff. I'm also looking at this Snapmaker U1. I think it's looking pretty good. I feel like I need something that can do the IDEX with an enclosure that's not 20 feet tall.
The Creality, what is it, the K1 or whatever? That thing looks pretty nice. I just wonder about the longevity of it. The first printer I had was a Creality, and it worked good for about a month, and then it got out of balance, and I could never get it back into balance, no matter what I did. Or I could get it back into balance, but it wouldn't stay there. So the build quality
You know,
was less than
I
optimal.
yeah, I think the difference in price. I would just get Bamboo Lab. I don't know. I had Creality. I had two Creality before I got a Bamboo, and I used to spend half my time, fixing it to get it to work. So no more for me.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too. But I think a couple of people have asked about it, and I've seen a couple more videos and looked into it a little bit more. It looks decent, but that's where I'm at too, Ed, is I just had such a bad experience with the last one that I just don't want to mess with another one, and just had such a great experience with Bamboo. Yeah, Glenn, no Creality for me, not again. Yeah, that's the thing, is you get burnt once, you don't want to mess with it again.
Yeah, I think I said this when it happened to me a little over a year ago. I had a deadline, and I bought one of the K series Crealities, and it was I bought it from Micro Center, and so after it wasn't working, I brought it back to Micro Center. When they saw the box, they were kind of like, "Oh yeah, all right, yeah, it goes over here. We'll give you your credit. Do you want to go get a Bamboo to replace it?" and it was like they were that nonchalant and expectant of issues with
Mm.
the case, and they had like probably like 10 of them back there, like in the that they had just been returned. So I'm a little bit shy about realities.
Yeah. Yeah. See, they would have to just put out something that just really revolutionizes something for me to go back again. And even then, I would still be very hesitant of it, just because the last one, oh, is so bad, and it's still in a box in a closet right over here. That thing is just so bad,
Yeah,
so bad.
probably Len, Nathan Bill's robots, and 3D Musketeers would all have to say that it's awesome for me to trust it.
Yeah, yeah, I would have. It would have to last for a while and do some stuff, but I guess they don't call it an AMS, but they have a multi-material system or whatever, I think is what they call it. But yeah, I just wonder about the longevity of it.
It's the CFS, the Creality Filament System. Yep.
Yeah, Creality filament system. That's right. That's right.
Really original.
That's
Innovators,
so funny.
marketing department.
That's
And
so
you can pretty
funny.
much guarantee Nathan Builds Robot's going to love them, because the last couple times I've seen him review that stuff, it was just like, God, you were like 10 times more critical of Bamboo than Creality. But he's also butthurt because Bamboo didn't want to play his games after he was like not nice to them, and they acted incredulous that they didn't like that. And it's like, yeah, buddy, when you trash their product, they're not going to want to like do business with you. And they
Yeah,
yanked his
so
affiliate link.
yeah, my thing is I won't promote something if I think it's bad, but I won't make a video bashing it or whatever, because that does make companies not want to do business with you. And it's not just that companies, it's other companies see that and they're like, oh my gosh, if he gets a dud, he's gonna smoke us, like, so they don't want
Yeah,
to do that. And like, I've had a couple of things that weren't great, and I just reached out to the companies and kind of worked with them, but I never try to put people out on blast for that reason. And it's not just, not just doing business with like Bamboo or somebody again, but it's other companies see that too, and they don't want to reach out to
yeah,
you at that point, and you miss out on opportunities to the next really cool thing. You may have missed out on an opportunity to be able to review that just because you bashed somebody else all stupid. So I try to not do a ton of bashing on stuff and just not post that type of stuff, and just keep the good stuff.
the
If you
piece.
don't see me do a review on it, it's probably because it ain't good. So just throw that out there.
The garbage gets no attention.
Yeah, yeah. So
Speaking of quality, these prints here are looking good.
yeah, I like all of these ones with these little wheels on there. Ed, do you want to tell us a little bit more about those? You were telling me before the stream. These look pretty easy to print and pretty quick to print too.
Yeah, they're fast print. They're you can't see it because they're not thick at all. I mean, the actual cartoon itself, for example, this one is Tom and Jerry, and they're all very thin. The only thing that takes a little bit of time to print is the actual wheels. The wheels are basically the same setup in all the different prints. Uh, and the first batch that he had, there were some that they were very thin around the neck, and the neck would partially come off, but they fixed that already. They're a very quick print. I reprinted 6 or 7 of them for, I think it was like only a few hours. The actual body itself. The wheels take a little longer because they're actually thicker, but they're the same design. He has about, maybe I printed all except for one that he just came out with.
Yeah, those are really cool. I think you had some last week too, right? Didn't you have one or
The
two
first
last
one that
week?
I printed was the Sonic.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's the Sonic the
eh,
Hedgehog. That's right.
yeah, exactly. That's the only one that I actually did a little video
Yeah,
on
you
it and
had
I
the little
sent you.
video on it too.
Yeah, and actually they balance on themselves. I mean, you can roll them and they'll stay standing up. I mean, they'll come back standing up. I mean, they're self-balancing.
That's really cool.
Uh, my grandson loves them so. And when I make one, I make several. I mean, it doesn't take long. These don't take. Usually, a full print takes several hours. This is very, very quick.
Like the illusion of like the blurry feet, like when they're running. I like how
Yeah.
the wheels are designed that way.
My grandson loves it. I mean, he's 5 and he just loves them.
Those look really cool. Didn't you have a video last week where like scooting across the floor?
Yeah, the Sonic
Yeah,
one.
the
The
Sonic one.
Sonic. Okay.
That's the only one, but the principle is the same. The setup is basically the same, and the wheels are basically the same, except I think the wheel is different, but they're all basically the same. So he's coming up with whoever designed it. I forgot the name of the guy. I put a link on this one on the chat. I mean on the YouTube chat.
And it's the same designer for all of these, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm. When I did order some AMS heaters, the ones from Sunlu. Yeah, I got some of those. I'm excited about them.
Yeah, and I guess those ship in October, right? Have you got any kind of?
Well-
I didn't order any because they sent me the one, but did you get any kind of shipping confirmation or anything like that when you ordered them?
Well, I hemmed and hawed, and so mine's not coming until November.
My
I was kind of
son
debating.
ordered too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you ordered in July, you get them in October. But I ordered today, and it'll be here in November.
My son ordered 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm so glad Sunlu sent me one of those. Oh, so glad they sent me one of those. That thing is really, really nice too. Yeah, if you have a P1P, P1S, X1C, the original style AMS, that's an easy upgrade. It works really good. I just put it in the RH mode and just leave it alone, and it just keeps the filament dry in there. It's really, really nice.
And
Yeah,
also
it's
you can
a
control
sharp
it
design
like
too.
you can control it without having to turn on the printer, which we were talking about that, Letty.
Yeah.
That's a problem with the AMS from Bamboo. You have to turn it on. You have to turn on the printer.
Yeah, you can have the printer off and dry and keep your filament dry in the AMS without having to have everything turned on. And it turns itself on and off and everything and keeps a humidity in there. So it's really, really nice for that.
The Bamboo one, you have to actually physically take the filament from outside the feeder. If it's inside the feeder, it won't let you turn it on.
Yeah. And if that glitches out and it loses its place and logic on that, then yeah, you get to deal with that, which I think you've already had the fun of doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the AMS heater, you just throw that thing on and turn it on, and it doesn't have. You don't have to deal with any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Is there any video of these little guys rolling like you had for Sonic?
No, I didn't do that. I mean, they all roll the same as the Sonic rolled.
Fine.
So they're all the same. I should have done them, but
You should build a racetrack and race all of them and see which one's faster.
It's like playing with derby cars. They all go down the ramp at the same time.
There's the Labubu. Dude, you could sell these. I'm telling you, these are what's hot right now, these Labubus. You could go sell these for lots of money. You could be rich, Ed.
There you go. Well, I didn't design
let
this.
you know my experience.
They're all in Maker World, by the way. Let me see if I can send the link for Labubu if somebody wants it. Hold on.
And then Jeffrey here is saying that he can barely hear you. So I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, sorry.
You can't hear me? You can't hear me?
Saying that he can't hear Lynn.
Oh,
What about now? Yeah, the microphone's turned up and everything.
Everybody sounds good to me.
Yeah, let me double
Yeah.
check. Yeah, I double checked all of my audio settings. Look to be correct on that one, Jeff. But check your end on there. If anybody else is having an issue, let me know and I'll try to fix it. But it looks like everything's working on my end. Sorry about that, Jeff.
So what's the story behind Labubu? Is that what Labubu? What is it called?
Yeah, it's called Labubu. There's if you ever need some background noise, there's this sneaker shop in LA called Cool Kicks, and there's a couple of employees there that buy like old sneakers or whatever. It's good like ASMR stuff in the background, but they got a hold of these Labubu things, and that's where I learned about them was from Cool Kicks. But I looked around and like these things are everywhere, like on purses, on air, and it's crazy. You buy a box and it comes in a bag and you don't even know what's in it, and you open it up and it's like it could be one of these 9 designs or whatever. It's crazy. And but people are making a lot of money selling these Labubu things, and that's what I'm saying. Like if you're on top of the trend thing, you know, that's always an easy spot to make money. And that's where these Labubus are right now, because those little things that you can open up, they're like 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks for one little thing, and you don't even know which one it is. It could be the ugly one, and you got to pay like 80 bucks for this thing. So anything Labubu right now that's under $80, that's why I'm saying if you need a little idea to make some money, this would be an easy one to do, because those things are like 80 bucks.
Isn't it copyrighted though?
I assume, yeah, they probably are.
They probably are. Yeah, I wouldn't sell them online.
Yeah. I've never sold anything. Everything I print is I give it away.
Okay. Is this going to be like the next articulated dragon?
It's very popular out there, and there's a bunch of different versions of them, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, if you haven't, we'll go down a rabbit hole. Labubu, I think is how you spell it. But there's all kinds of these. That's from Pop Mart. Yeah, is the name of it.
Yeah, there's still of it. Okay.
But yeah, they have these little keychains, just all kinds of these stupid little things.
Out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. Wow.
67 bucks. 67 bucks.
Did you see the one was 289?
100 bucks. It's the new Beanie Baby. That's what it is. That's what I was.
Yeah.
It's the new Beanie Baby. But yeah, these little monster things with these little chains or whatever, and these like you just get a single box. You know, it's one of these ones right here for 28 bucks.
I guess we could make one. We'll call it Bamboo Labubu.
Bamboo blue. But yeah, this is what all the kids are wasting their cash on, like Beanie Babies right now, are these Labubus from Pop Mart. So yeah, if you're looking for something to make a quick buck at a craft fair or something like that,
there's a one that I printed. Move down a bit.
Oh,
Oops, you missed it.
Yeah, it's right here. There's the one that you printed.
No, right there, right in the right. Yeah.
200 bucks.
Well, but this one has fur on it. It must be real fur.
I never saw No, just random 2 hundo Beanie Baby that you could buy at launch.
Dude, on the very
Must have got
first,
it
you
from
went you went to the second page. On the very first page, there was one for 289. It was ridiculous.
X. Did they skin a real Labubu and put it on this thing? Like, why is it that much money?
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just know that this is the hot stuff right now or whatever. Let's go back. Where's the one that was 289? We got to see the 289 Labubu.
You're on page 2. Go all the way to the bottom and click back to page 1. There it is.
Mega Labubu 400% sketch.
Sketch.
289.
That looks awful. Anybody who spends $300 on that deserves what they get.
It's made out of ABS too.
There you go. They fired up the bamboo, man. They're making some bank.
And it's PG-15, it looks like.
Oh my Lord.
We are in the wrong business.
Would you pay $290 for that? Do they have a sort by? We need to do the sort by most expensive.
Crazy.
That is insane. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is the crazy thing right now. This is the Beanie Babies right now. $289. That's insane. And this one was
What was the other
$100.
one? The troll, was it the trolls or some type of thing too that had the that kind of craze?
Yep. Yep. Crazy.
Next, cool print though. It looks like it's in motion even though it's not moving.
Yeah. And that's the little rabbit hole on Labubu. And where I learned it from.
So this show is 3D printing enthusiasts and pop culture.
And pop culture. Pop mart culture.
But these print very quick. I mean, they're fast print.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could see where they have like a side profile where I could see how thin they were.
It's only like I mean, it's a fraction of a millimeter. I mean, it's like paper. It's like paper. It's like a picture on sideways, like picture.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And very thin. That's why it prints very fast. What takes some time to print is the wheels and what holds it together. It has 2 wheels, a pin that goes inside the wheel, and then it also has 2 pieces that holds them together. I should have printed them out. If you look at the link that I put on several of them, yeah, you'll be able to see how they're put together. They're quick.
Okay. Oh, that's a great. What's that orange? That looks great.
Yeah, that orange just pops off the screen, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that was, I forgot what orange. That's not bamboo. That's an orange that I had there, and I just had a roll left some, and I'm just getting to get rid of it.
This is all PLA.
Yeah, all this is PLA. Yeah, all this is PLA.
I bet Gabe prints one of the Roadrunners here when he sees this.
My grandson had never seen the Roadrunner, so I looked up some cartoons for the Roadrunner and Coyote, and now he loves it. When he comes over to my house, he wants to see cartoons about them.
Nice. Me.
Is it me or I'm getting a lot of echo here? Everybody getting echo from? The voice is coming back to them?
Not me.
No, I am. Yeah, I don't know why.
You've got everything on mute except for the stream, except for the Teams.
Yeah, it's usually when I don't mute my TV, I hear it twice.
Yeah, but my TV is on mute.
It might be your teams.
Oh, you know what it might be? Hold on. It might be this. Hold on. Yeah, I think it's this. Yeah.
Need to make sure I hit the like button. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, help us out. Smash the like button if you like any of these
I did.
prints that you see. What about now, Ed? Are you still getting the echo?
I am. I am getting an echo. I don't know what it is.
Maybe try logging off of Teams and log back in real quick. We'll wait for you.
Hasn't gotten any better for you, Jeff?
I think I move away from the microphone here and there. If you have headphones on, you probably hear that very well.
Back
Yeah,
now? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Hopefully I got rid of it.
Is that two different oranges for the Roadrunner, for the beak and the wheels?
Oh, we lost Ed for a minute. It does look like it's two different oranges, huh? Because those wheels like just jump off the screen. They're really bright. Yeah, whatever orange this is would be good for like signs or like things that I print out in my garage. I try to print in bright colors so they don't get lost. And this would be one of them because, man, you could see this from across a stadium. It's so bright.
Yeah, that's punch you in the face orange right there.
Yeah. That'd be a good one for things like that. You know, that's a good color to have, like little cones or whatever, or warning or whatever. It's a really cool color of orange. The beak, and maybe it's just the photo or whatever, does look like a different color. It's not as vibrant or whatever. It's more of a subdued orange, at least in the photo.
Yeah, it looks more like the bamboo orange for the beak.
It looks good.
And then there's the coyote with the yellow eyes. That looks so good. All of these look really good.
I'm definitely going to call it that Gabe's going to end up printing some of these with his love for Coyote and Roadrunner.
He's going to have the whole set. Print your whole set now.
Yeah. Hopefully there's an Acme with a cannonball kit too on the wheels. That'd be great.
That's funny.
I like how on the wheels they do layer shift color change. So when you're looking at it from the side, it looks like it's, really like, oh, it's a multicolored print, but really all they did was just a simple color change twice. But it works well. It works really well.
Yeah, these are a cool little print that he said didn't take very long to print at all. And it does look like these are paper thin.
Yeah, I can see it now. It does. Yeah.
But that's
It's
all
like
you
one or
need,
two
right?
layers. Yeah.
The yellow on the eyes he used. I think that's bamboo yellow because it's a very intense yellow, but that works so well on that model. That works really well.
Yeah, he found all the right colors for all of these too. Even the
See, I think
Roadrunner colors, the purples were. I mean, that's spot on, right? It's
I think
spot
he's
on.
been secretly building his filament stash while you all been making fun of me. Eduardo has been building it. He says he's back on Teams.
I don't see him on me.
Yeah, I don't either.
Nope. Try it, Ed. If you can hear us, try clicking the link again, because you popped in for a second and then you went away. So Teams might be upset, and that's a technical term.
There you
Oh
go.
my God!
Yeah, this is a must
Oh, wow.
print. This one's the must print. This is the little
Oh
the
my
little
God! I'm in love with
dinosaur
that.
on the Google thing, right? I don't know where that's from, but that's where I know
The
it from.
404 not found.
Yeah. The
Can you hear me
404
now?
dinosaur.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, and
Okay.
I love how you alternated the green wheels with
Yeah,
the brown dragon.
This one's the
Wow.
best one.
Yep. Sometimes
Yeah,
less is
what
more.
yeah, I think I printed everything in green and then everything in brown, and then I just switched the wheels from one to the other, vice versa. That's what I did in this one. Not in the other. The others I actually just used a separate color. For these, I thought it was faster just printing them one.
You tell your
So
grandchildren the brown dinosaurs are running through green foliage, and the green
exactly,
dinosaurs are running through poop
exactly.
or mud.
But if you look at it, they're very thin. I mean, they're like paper thin. I mean, like a card, like a baseball
Yeah.
card in terms of the thickness. It's very very fast print. What takes some time is the wheels because you have to build up the wheels.
The dinosaur in the bottom left hand corner, the green one, you got it just at the angle. I think you can really see how thin it is. That's a good one.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't think about putting them sideways so you can look at it, but yeah, they're like a baseball card.
That's so fun. Yeah, that's another good one right there.
Uh-huh. Well, they're all like that.
So what I'm hearing is when you print these, print a couple extra characters in case they get snapped or bent, because those will probably break before the wheels will.
Yeah, actually, these the one that have fairly thick neck to the body are stronger, harder for them to break. But the original Coyote, I had to reprint them because the original version was very thin between the neck and the head, and then he actually sent me a text, a message internally through the Bamboo app, saying that he had created a new version which is stronger, and the same thing happened with the Roadrunner. So now they're. I mean, I gave them to my grandkid, and within 5 minutes he had tore off half the head on the Coyote. But then I reprinted them. Now he's playing with them, and they're holding up much better. But these hold up because the neck is
They're chunky.
yeah. Well, I mean the distance and the problem is they tend to grab them by the head and to throw them, to make them roll. And if the neck is very narrow, when you roll them like that, they tend to break off. That was happening with the original Coyote. This version, the new version that they have up right now is much stronger.
If you do just change the Z height, Jeffrey, then I believe you can make them thicker, but I don't think it'll fit within the wheels and all of that. And these are all designed. You said that they balanced too, right? So I don't
Yeah,
know
they
if you made
balance.
them thicker, if they would still
But
work
I
with everything.
I would think they do. I mean, the issue about the thickness, There's not a problem with the wheels because there's two parts. The wheels are held up through a pin, and in between the backside of the figurine and the front side of the figurine, there's two pieces that have two pins that hold them in place. And they can be as thick or it doesn't matter with the thickness. It can be, I'm talking about you can't be an inch thick, but if it's
So
a
there's some
fraction of,
play, a little bit.
yeah,
of
there's some
play.
play, there's some plan. It shouldn't be an issue. You can make them probably a little thicker
You
if
might
you
just have
wanted
to make
to.
that pin a little longer.
Pin a little longer.
I mean, I wouldn't make it too thick, but if you make it a little, it'll fit. I mean, the pin won't be that much of a. Now, if you make it 4 times as thick as the original, you're gonna have a problem. But if you make it 1.5 times as thick as the original, it should be fine because they're very thin currently. There you have them all.
Wow.
That orange
Just-
just jumps off of there.
Just in time for a YouTube commercial.
Really liking the red, white, and blue on the Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great color combination.
I see on the Roadrunner how thin that neck is. I can definitely see that getting snapped pretty easily.
Actually, this neck here, this Roadrunner you have here, it's not the current version that is up in Maker's World. He revised it, and now the feathers in his head touch the feather in the back, so it's much stronger. So
That's very clever.
This Roadrunner is not the same one that actually I have in front of me right now. I reprinted them, but I can't send them to you right now. But they actually he created like a little loop so he connects the feathers from the head with the feathers in the tail, and now it's much stronger.
Yeah, that was cool.
Really cool
And
prints.
and the neck on the Roadrunner here is different than the one that is up in the in Maker's World right now. It's slightly different. The neck and the Roadrunner. Yeah, that I'm sorry. The neck also in the Coyote. They're different. Those two have changed. I think the rest are the same, but these have very narrow neck, and you see that he has a black line that divides the neck and the head. He modified it so now it holds better, and it's a little wider. And the Coyote, I'm sorry.
Awesome stuff.
Here you have two of each, and there's a yellow cat back there. That was a mistake. I sent it to print with the wrong color, but then it was already printing. I had to hell with it. Let it finish. Let it finish.
Looking at all those guys, I'm given flashbacks of stepping on Legos in the kitchen in the middle of the night. I
Now they'll
guarantee
roll
you
under
this
your
is-
feet, so you do like the
Yep.
banana peel fall.
Oh, that's a twofer. You step on it, it hurts, and it can kill you.
My grandson and my granddaughter stayed over last night here, and this morning, all these were in the middle of the floor here. I had to pick them up. Actually, this picture, I think, the guy who created it is using this picture, which I posted up. He's using it as part of the Maker World's pictures, showing them all.
I bet that made him really proud. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And it does look like you've been growing your filament color collection. I don't know if you heard us talking when you were in Teams.
When?
When you had dropped out of Teams briefly, we were talking about how you've been secretly building your filament color collection.
I have like 350 spools of filament.
Oh, God bless you. I don't feel like such a freak now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Len, that would be great content for the viewers or members to like show what their workspace looks like and what their filament collection looks like.
Yeah, instead of doing your desk setup, we need to. Yeah, that's a good one. Send in your filament setup. So
Although
we should
we
do
might
that
end up-
next week. Everybody send in a picture of, or pictures. For me, it would take pictures because it's in separate spots.
Yeah,
But
you might have to stage an intervention for hotfix.
yeah,
My
yeah,
my
your
I'm
filament
well past
setup.
that, buddy.
mine. Anytime my wife needs to get to the closet in that room, I have to roll out all the filament. I mean, I have them blocking all the closets and bookshelves. So
Yeah.
I took over that room. She's not too happy about it.
Filled with filament. Yeah, it's the infill.
That's hilarious. Oh, is this the bottle opener or whatever?
That's a yard to open jars.
Yeah, or jar
Like-
opener.
Yeah, it's a jar, and I think there's a bottle opener, another one.
Have you used it?
Oh yeah. I had another one that broke, and so I just printed a new one.
Was yeah, so like the top and bottom, they don't look like they're really filleted, or are they? Like,
I'm sorry?
is it uncomfortable at all?
Not uncomfortable to close it. Not at all.
Just like it seems like it would cut your fingers a little bit.
No,
At the
no,
top and
no, no,
bottom?
no, no, no. I mean, if you
It's good to go.
no, not at all.
Okay.
I mean, it's I don't know. It's like 3/4 of an inch thick. You see, look at my hand right there.
Okay, because I was envisioning like like a death grip to open it, but yeah, that seems like it's
No.
pretty mild.
Yeah. And it grabs it well. I have actually several of those, different versions of them for different size. I saw these, and one that I was using broke. They're all printed in PLA. I mean, they're not that strong. I don't have the strength I used to have in my hands. I used to be able to open everything without one of those openers. Nowadays, I don't have the strength that I used to have. So these help.
Is there a particular model that you like on Make a World for that? Because I was just thinking I could probably use that for some of the bigger jars, and then my parents could probably use them too.
I just printed these. I have two other sets for other sizes. I would have to look for them. I have one that has like 3 sizes in one. I can look for it. I don't remember where I got it. I'm sure I got it. I don't know where I got it. I mean, I printed like a year and a half ago. But
If you have
probably-
I was gonna say, if you have a favorite model and you're like, this is the one to do, let us know, because I would really like to know which one you've field tested and really like.
Okay, I'll let me look it up, and I'll try to see if I can send it up for next week. I have to see if I can take a picture of it, but to
That'd be
look it
awesome.
up for the link, I can see if I can find it. Because I printed that some time ago. I printed in PLA. I might suggest maybe trying to switch to maybe PETG to print it in PETG. The reason for that is that one of the ones that I printed in PLA, they tend to be a little more brittle, and but anyway, I used it for about a year, but that one broke recently. That's why I printed this one that I saw the other day, and I just printed it. But I'll look it up. It has like 3 sizes in one.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right, let's see what's next. It's a nice setup. I like that little mount for the HT. That looks really cool, really slick.
Yeah, I just printed that. I I ordered a second AMS HT, and right now I only have one. The other one's arriving in a couple days. I found this mount on that I can put it on the side, and the only thing that I don't like about this, it holds it, but it's like 2 separate. If you look at the next picture, I want to show you what I mean by it. When I print with it, it kind of vibrates a little bit, and I'm concerned that if
Oh
I'm not
yeah, I
around.
don't like it being 2 separate pieces like that.
Exactly, exactly. And if it only had these this
It needs
side
something
connected
to
to the other,
connect them so it
the two.
doesn't move. They don't move
Now,
independently because this thing's gonna vibrate. Yeah, I could see that. That's probably trying to walk itself right off the side of that
but
thing.
but but it's actually stuck. If you look at the AMS 2 Pro on the top, it has it's being held by the AMS. It's stuck underneath the AMS 2 Pro. There's a pin
Like it
right
rattles.
underneath there. Yeah, exactly. It holds it in there, but it still has a little bit of a movement in there. Um, so it's not perfectly still. If I if it had look at the next picture. Let's see if the next picture you can see
Probably
it.
looks like a diving board when this thing is printing.
It
Look,
really
look,
does.
yeah. Look at no, the next one. Do like go to the next one. You see, is there a next one? Is there one more? Yeah. Okay. You see underneath the AMS HT. You see that there's a space between the right hand side and the left hand side. If those were connected, the bar on the bottom and move it to the right, right there. You see, there's a light in the middle.
Yep. Yep.
If it was connected, it would probably stay better in place. Uh, I sent a little note to the guy who designed it. Let's see if he changes it.
If not, we should turn dock loose on that.
I imagine it should be easy to just connect those two.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that hard.
And the same thing as to put maybe even a piece on this side, because there's nothing on this side of the AMS. It's up in the air. I mean, it's being held by those what are they called? I don't know what you call them, but anyway, it looks like it's up in the air. So it's holding it, but when it's printing and it's vibrating, sometimes it vibrates. You see it move a little bit.
Yeah, good
So anyway,
idea. Needs some refinement.
yeah, exactly. That's what I told him. So I don't know if
Yeah,
you
if you
changed.
can send me the link, I can update it. Or yeah, they change it. That'd be cool.
You want me to send you send a link now of where I got it?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Or could you just email it to me offline?
I don't know if I have your email, but let me
You can
look
give
for
it.
it a second here, and I can post it, and you can download it from here directly. Hold on, let me look for it.
Sure.
1 second. It's probably the quickest way.
All right, we'll move on to the next one while you get that. This looks like another. Is it a
It's a
desiccant
reel.
dry? Oh, it's a reel. Oh, there's a little
That's a
fish
real
on it too.
fishing.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's
Oh
fair.
wow, we need to see a fish on there.
Okay. Well, I haven't caught the fish yet.
Or if you catch a labubu,
Yeah.
There you go.
Or if you catch one of those $300
But
labubus.
it's pretty cool. I printed like a dozen of these.
That is
I'm gonna
pretty
give them
cool.
away. It is. You can print them in different colors and
Yeah,
very.
just throw it in your glove compartment,
It,
and if you ever need to
it,
fish, there you
it,
go.
it fits in your pocket. It fits in your. If you take the that little handle, You're gonna screw it off, um, and it fits right in your pocket. It's about as the width of an inch maybe, and it's about maybe 3 inches long, 3.5 inches long. It's small.
That's clever. I saw a video with this, and on part of it was he had like a slingshot on his wrist so that he could cast the hook by
Uh huh.
pulling it like a slingshot. It was connected to one of these handheld things. It's pretty neat.
I'm gonna see if I can find the link to this. Hold on.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool one. But yeah, if you're going camping or whatever, or backpacking or whatever, this would be a cool little thing to throw in a pocket or something like that. Easy to always have little fishing rod
Yeah, and
ish.
yeah, and if you want to have it, like I said, I mean, your pocket, all you need to do is unscrew the what do you call it, the handle, and actually that handle is extra because it has in the middle. You see that the on the green one that it looks like a screw in the middle. Well, that screw in the middle is really a handle. It fits where that handle is currently. It's very thin, but you can turn it around. You don't need to take that the big one with you. But it's this one's much easier to use because it twists, it turns by itself on itself. The other one doesn't.
For fishing emergencies, and have this on hand.
Yeah,
That's pretty neat.
yeah. But anyway, I put the link in that if anybody's interested in printing them.
Oh yeah. Did you print the tackle box too?
No. That one I had it in there. But just to show what it is, I thought probably you have it in the background. I actually, even though
Yeah.
one of them, I actually did put a hook and put some line in there. I put an 8 pound test in there, lines very thin, but 8 pounds. And these are more colorful. I did in a bunch of different other colors. These are more for the kids. But if you let's look at the next one, and not this one. There's the next
This
one
is
after
the
this.
last. This is the last one that I have.
There should be one that has darker colors. They have it in black and gray, dark gray, light gray. Go back one. Maybe you skip one. No. Well, there's this one. No, but keep on going forward.
This was the second one. I only have 5 of those pictures.
Oh, okay. No, like I think I thought I had sent like 7.
I
You're
might have
missing.
missed one.
No, that's not it.
Yeah, I think I missed it.
Yeah, no. There's one like that one that has a bunch of dark colors. But anyway, doesn't matter. You can put whatever color you want. But I use some. By the way, I printed all these in PETG, PETG high flow, and they printed very well. I dry them well. I had to dry them for like 8 hours to make sure they're going to print well. But they printed very, very well. And I just ordered those what do you call it? I didn't have that. I had the filament and I had the tackle box, but I didn't have those. The what do you call those?
The little
The-
wrist straps.
Exactly, with the strap. That I ordered. I think I got like 24 of them for like $7 or $8 on Amazon.
Really, really cool print. Really, really cool.
But if anybody's into fishing,
Yeah, you can catch a 10-pounder with that thing.
yeah, it says 8 pound. I mean, you can put a 10 pound, 10 pounds or more than that actually. It's a small reel. I mean, the amount that you can put in there.
Yeah, I'd wonder
it's-
how far you could cast a.
I don't think you want to cast it very far. Maybe you want to cast it like maybe 10, 15 feet away. That's about it. 20 feet. I mean, this is the fish on the side of on a small bridge in a river on something like that. Not you're not gonna go for a marlin on this.
That'd be funny. That thing would
Marlin,
explode.
go for Marlin in your clipper.
Poof!
Yeah.
You'd have to use that $150 roll of filament on there, watch it explode in your hand. Blow!
I'll tell you what, when I was in Alaska, a young lady that went fishing with us for salmon one day showed me a picture of a 205-pound halibut that she caught like 3 weeks before.
Wow.
That's big. I mean, the biggest one I caught a 63-pounder, and it was about 5 feet tall. Can you imagine 204 pounds?
Hey, you'd be eating fish for a couple
Oh,
years.
God. Oh, God. But probably a fish that big is probably not as good eating as like a
Fish
30-pound
stew,
halibut.
fish
Yeah.
kebabs, fish burgers.
Fish etouffee.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you do with all that if you catch a fish that big? Like, I'd have to
You
throw it back because I don't like fish at all. I think it's
are
gross.
you don't like God, I like halibut is great fish.
But yeah, 205 pounds. Like, what do you like? Yeah, I guess fish stew, fish burgers, fish
Oh,
whatever.
no. Halibut is expensive. I mean, halibut is an expensive fish.
That's funny.
But anyway, you're not going to bring a halibut with this. This is to catch a 1 pounder, 2 pound fish.
That's funny. All right, let's. Thanks for sending those in as always, Ed. Let's move over to Gabe's prints and right away some more of these Flex Factory. I'm tempted to get
That's
a
cool.
subscription to this because they have some really cool models. This is another really cool one.
Cool.
Hmm.
Is this print in place?
Yes, they are. And I told Gabe I really like the fact that, like, I've got bone white filament. It's not as dark as that tan filament, but it never occurred to me to use bone white and then white for like the teeth. Like, that was really clever because normally people will use bone white and then a completely different color. But I liked how he had like two versions of white on there.
Mm-hmm.
He said he sent along the filament list if anybody was curious, but I did ask him about the layer height, and he said 0.16 millimeter for everything. And I got the eSun PLA bone because he did this. So
Yeah, if you haven't looked into Flexi Factory, look into it because they have a lot of really good models. It's probably worth the subscription. The more and more I see of these from Gabe, the more I want to get a subscription to it because some of these models are really cool. And they seem to be putting them out pretty regular. Yeah, that's just a really cool one. There's so much you could do with that creatively.
What is that, an ichthyosaurus?
Was it a Mosasaurus?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yes. Looks great.
Did he put? This is a really cool filament. Did he put what filament this one was? Nope. But that's a really cool color for a squid. I like the green and the purple. And there's another
Yeah.
spot for bone white again. I think that's a really good call out hot fix. That'd be another good place for bone white.
How tall is this? Like I can't tell if the layer lines are thick or if it's just a really short print.
Yeah, I don't think it's a very big print because the layer lines are pretty thick on it. So it'd be a bone white or back to the OG hot fix days. This would be a great glow in the dark piece right here as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Oh, that's great. That is awesome.
It's lunch. Yum yum.
That is hilarious. He took a lot of time on his Prince lunch.
Really fresh calamari we got there.
Yeah. The squid is like 2 inches. He said that's so funny. I'm gonna make that my channel picture. That's so funny. That looks awesome.
Especially with the way the eyes are on both of them. It's pretty good.
Yeah, really, really cool prints. Really, really cool. All right, let's see what's next. Some little fox. And I think he left the link to this one. Post it. Pumpkin orange, black and white.
Oh, that super poppy orange. I like it. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, really cool design. Not just your standard eyes and feet or whatever. Really, really interesting design. I like the ears, the way they did that blend in the ears there looks really cool too.
Yeah, that's neat.
Interesting design. All right. Well, that's all the pictures that we have for this week. Make sure you smash the like button if you liked any of the prints that you saw.
You didn't get mine?
I did not get yours. The link that you sent was just a Teams link.
Yeah, and then I sent a follow-on one. I'm sorry.
I don't think I got. No, I didn't get it.
Okay. Sent it at 9:53. I apologize, man.
Oh,
all
there
good.
it is. There it is. There it is. Never mind. I got it.
If you want to grab them real quick, we can run through them because
Yep.
if not, we can.
Give me 1 second. I can do that. Yeah. Let me.
Yeah, sorry, I was an idiot. Cut and pasted the wrong link originally.
And then I didn't look at the right email. Yeah, give it just a second here.
No worries.
Oh, Gabe checked in. Hey, Gabe. Squid is like 2 inches.
Yeah, it's like 2 inches long, I guess. It makes sense. That can
Yeah.
be pretty short.
Yeah, he did 0.16 millimeter layer lines, and we could see him the layer lines that thick. It had to be pretty small.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Back in business. All right, cool. Start out with some fidget toys.
Yeah, those are the ones I printed off another bowl. It was really just kind of show off the bowl, and of course, commercial kicked right in. Damn it! All right. Yeah, so it wasn't so much the fidget toys as the bowl, I think. So if you jump to the next one,
Oh wow, that bowl's got a cool design on it.
yep, it's
Yeah.
that's one I found on Maker World, and I've modified it a bunch. Like I've modified the Z-axis on it, um, and it stretches up really well. But this was out of silver PETG because I was giving that to there was a place that I had working on the AC on my car, and they liked the fidget spinners, so I printed them a whole bunch of fidget spinners, and then I made them the bowl so they could have something handed out.
That's cool. Yeah, when it's the Archimedean pattern, I like that.
Yep, it works really well on some prints. On some of the others, when it starts getting to the very outside edges, it starts getting weird patterns because it's switching back and forth. Like you can start to see on the very edges of the outer rings, the little triangle shapes
Yeah.
start standing out. But that's just the nature of 3D printing and the ordering.
Yeah, that turned out really cool.
And I try to print most of these functional prints at 0.16 millimeter layer height. Because years ago, CNC Kitchen did a video, and this is like 5 years ago. Prusa standardizes on 0.15 and 0.2 millimeter, and he did a bunch of testing and found that 0.15 was the finger air quotes strongest for layer bonding and strength. I've been begging somebody who's better at this stuff than I am to actually kind of do a refresh of that. Like, hey, 5 years later, is that still true? But because of that, I try to stick all my functional prints to 0.16 millimeter, not for the additional detail necessarily, but for the perceived additional strength. You see Colorado Adventure Club.
That was the first time. Welcome to WLEN there.
That's funny.
Nothing but the hits. Nothing but the prints.
I've printed, I don't know if it was this particular one, but I printed one similar to this that has this little insert with the little design on the outside. I don't remember if it was this design, but it was one very similar to this. But I have this little pin holder as well. Super cool.
And the interesting thing about these two is they're slightly different pattern on the back, but one is Overture Royal Gold PLA, and I think it's the one on the right. And the other one is Overture Royal Gold Pro. So you can actually get the Pro Gold to look almost as shiny as the regular PLA, which I was very excited about because my daughter's favorite color is gold. And she can be a little rough and tumble and stuff, so getting her the PLA Pro version for her stuff is a good thing. But I made one of these
for my girlfriend, and my daughter saw it and she had to have one, so I made her her own version. I looked up online what was a complementary color for gold, and they said dark blue. So then I busted out my Flash Forge burnt titanium. So yeah,
Oh
the one
wow, I like that.
the
I didn't
um
even cut you off. It looks
no, you're
great.
good.
That's
But
a
it's
nice
just a desk
combination.
organizer. Yep.
That's a nice combination there.
Super rich. Yeah, and it reminds me a little bit of the like the Apple Home Pods, like the kind of mesh
Yep.
that's on them. It
Yep.
looks really good.
Originally, when I saw this next to the can, I thought it was to hold the can inside and keep it cold.
I think
So you remember.
I did think I did put the can inside of it, and I think it did work, but it was I didn't take a picture of that. And yeah, Colorado Venture Club, like Bamboo Labs gold PLA it's okay, but it's just doesn't look very gold. Like their silver. Their silver is the one on the right, and the silver looks like almost like metal. I really like their silver PLA, but their gold is like very mediocre at best. So Overture Royal Gold and Overture Royal Gold PLA Pro. You have to print the PLA Pro at 230, and you have to slow it down to 50 millimeters per second on the exterior walls and top surface to get that look. But it looks really good.
Mm.
I see here all the fuzzies that I never see on my phone when I take these pictures, but of course I see them. I need
Whenever
like
I
torch.
zoom in and make them 4 feet wide.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Thanks, Lynn.
Oh, that's
Has
so
anybody
funny.
heard what's happening with Bamboo Lab PETG High Flow? They're all sold out. It's been sold out for a couple of months now.
I didn't
I
Are
notice
they
that.
coming
I
up with
ordered some. I guess it's been like a month ago. I ordered some black and white, and I didn't notice that. But it's probably been a month, 6 weeks since I did that.
it? No, I mean, I have some, but I went to see if I can order a few more, and they're all sold out. I mean, all of them. There's not one
Interesting.
PETG High Flow available. At least last I checked, it was 2 days ago. Sold out,
Eleg-
sold out.
if you're desperate for some Elegoo Rapid PETG, I have printed that using the Bamboo Lab PETG high flow filament profile with zero issues.
Hmm.
So if you get desperate, the Elegoo Rapid PETG is good stuff. And actually, Igor over on My Tech Fund just did a video comparing it. And he said the Rapid PETG was better than the regular PETG in all but one specific case. So I was like, okay, it prints faster and it's stronger and it's there's no downside to it. So
Yeah, yeah. I'm not desperate. I was wondering if they were going to, because they had an issue with the original PETG, and they changed to the high flow, and I like the high flow better than the regular PETG.
yeah,
The important thing is to dry it well. I mean, if you dry them well, they print well, really, really, really well. I mean, I like the way they print,
yeah.
but I haven't been able to. I mean, lately they're all sold out. I was just wondering if they're going to change. I asked my son, and he said that he had heard that they were talking about changing it. I don't know.
I I saw they brought back the PLA Tough as well, but now it's PLA
Yeah.
Tough Plus or something. I was like, their old PLA Tough was amazing. It was probably the strongest PLA that Igor on My Tech Fund had ever tested. He loves it. The reason why it never sold well, they never discounted it like the normal PLA. So
Hmm.
nobody was buying it. Like, oh, let's see, I can have this purple at $13 a roll or this one at $22. I'm going to get the $13 roll. If they just discounted it, people would have bought the PLA Tough. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So Overture Royal Gold regular on the right, Overture Royal Gold Pro on the left.
Beautiful, beautiful color.
Yep.
All right, let's see what's next.
I took a candy dish I found on Bamboo Lab Make World, and they had that customize button. So I went in and hit the customize. I stretched it out, a little bit, and then I added it already had the swirls going from left to right, and I added the ribbing going from right to left just to give it some contrast. And then I printed this in Polymaker translucent rainbow PLA. I made this for my girlfriend so she could have a dish to hand out fidget spinners to her patients. And again, just having fun. That's concentric top surface pattern.
That's good looking. Mesmerizing.
And I do like the translucent. It's not transparent, right? It's not supposed to be see-through, but that just a little bit of opaqueness actually makes it almost feel like candy itself. Like depending on the light you look at it, it's like I almost want to take a bite out of it.
Yeah,
Don't
it
do
has
that,
like
though.
a sheen to it or whatever.
Yeah.
You can really see it on the shiny part right here. That effect that you're talking about.
Polymaker has great PLA. I really like their PLA. Just wish it wasn't so expensive. Their PETG,
Oh, wow, Lord of the Bowls.
Wow.
While I found the other model, I saw this one pop up, and they did not have many. They had almost like no reviews or pictures. I was like, oh, come on. So I printed this one. There was a ton of supports, both inside and outside. Surprisingly, the inside ones came off without a hitch. And there was only one letter where a little piece of the inside that was supposed to stick around broke off because of just removing the supports. But this is Giant Arm PLA Silk Gold.
Can you translate black speech?
If you read Elvish like I do fluently, it says if you can read this, I found your ring.
Thank you, ChatGPT.
Actually, no. I actually have a T-shirt that has in like Elvish cursive it says if you can read this, I found your ring. I'm not that clever. Just a concentric top surface. There's the one little spot that I lost, and had I not pointed that out, but my girlfriend's a nerd like I am, so I gave this to her. She really liked it.
That looks really cool.
Trying to get that flashlight to bounce through where it wasn't directing it right at the camera, but be like, that was such a hard picture to take, but it really worked well.
Yeah, that
I
looks
think you're supposed
really
to
cool.
put it in the fire,
and
then take it out. It'll be cool to the touch, but it'll start to glow.
Yeah, I'm. That's this coming week. I'm going camping. I don't have access to a fire like that right now.
Okay.
Do not put PLA in the fire, kids at home. Just kidding.
That was a pop culture reference, kids. Hey, Hobbits, don't try this at home.
No.
This just become an 18 plus video. Just kidding. That's funny. That looks
pop on here,
really,
talking about fire.
Really awesome. You're gonna have to figure out a way to get one of the tea lights to do that.
Oh, that'd be cool. Okay. I'll send her home with a tea light and ask her to take a picture.
Or Halloween's coming up. You'll have to make if you can see this. I found your ring, jack-o'-lantern with a little tea light in there. That's funny. All right, let's see what's next. That's a really like ruby red.
Yep.
So on the left,
in it. That's a really cool color.
On the left is Irion PLA Sparkle Red. And on the right, which has got like a blacker, darker undertone to it, you can see in the next picture, it's oh my God, Zero, Ziro, sparkle diamond red is what they call it, diamond red. Um, they're both beautiful. I think if I'm going for red, I'm going to go for the Erie one more because it's more red. But the one on the right is almost like if you're going to go for like a Valentine's thing and you want it to be like, a more sultry print, I would definitely go for the red on the one on the right because it's got a black undertone to it. It's not a dual silk, right? It's just a red with like kind of black behind it. I
Those kind of
took that
remind
just
me of
because
root beer candy.
ah I only took I
Or
don't normally
candy.
do like comparison pictures like this, but they were so close. And I was like, man, this is so cool.
Yeah, you can barely tell the difference between
Yeah.
those. But I'd have to give the one on the left is probably my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I like the one on the right. I probably won't buy any more of that. But Zero, Ziro filament, they're always sending it with a little sample of cleaning filament, which is nice. And up until very recently, they were always sending it with it also a resealable silver bag
Mm.
and a filament sample. So it was like Christmas every time you open up a Zero filament box. I think they finally stopped doing the extra filament sample, but I've never had a problem with any of their prints, and their translucent sparkle filaments are just gorgeous. So I'm a big fan of that brand, but I think Erewhon, Ereyyone, is the on the sparkle red on the left is better.
It's just it's brighter. It's just a
Yep,
little bit brighter.
yep.
All right, let's see what's next.
So I built this because I'm going camping starting Tuesday morning, and I'm going to be out in with a bunch of people, and there's going to be a bunch of kids, and we're going to have a bunch of games and card games. And I found this card shuffler on Maker World, and I printed this 100% out of ABS. That's metallic green ABS from Polymaker.
Mm.
That's bamboo black ABS and hatchbox silver ABS. Um, the what do you call it? The things that spin. Um, Not the gaskets.
Gears.
Rotor.
No, the bearings. Bearings is what I was looking for.
Hmm.
The bearings are outdoor rated. Like they're the more rough and tumble ones. Yeah, like behind that piece of plastic silver, there's a bearing, and then underneath these two, they just these the black things on the left and right with the silver on top. Those are just effectively weights to push those cards down because there's a spinning cylinder with some O-rings on them, and I got the O-rings that were more outdoor rated as well because I'm going to be outside camping with this thing. I wish I hadn't done that for the O-rings because the more traditional ones are black rubber, which are more grippy than the lighter brown ones. So live and learn, but it works really well, really well. There's a whole bunch of screws in it too. And I sat down and my girlfriend and I kind of figured out like black, but then use a layer height modifier to transition it to green. Sorry, from black to green, and all the gears and stuff are going to be silver. I think it turned out really good, and it works it works fluidly. And I had zero warping too because I heat soak my um, X1 carbon. I set the heat bed to like 100 or 110. I moved the heat bed down to right where the auxiliary fan has an intake, and I set the auxiliary fan to like 30% just to circulate the warm air around the chamber. And I let the chamber get up to at least 45 degrees Celsius. It only takes like 15, 20 minutes for me. And that's when I kick off an ABS print. But I also use the BQ glacier plate to help between the extra temperature, chamber temperature, and the Glacier plate, I had 0 lifting, 0 working, which I was very happy about.
Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool functional print.
This
Oh,
looks like metal. This looks like metal. Doesn't look like
yeah.
Yeah.
it's incredible,
Yeah, it turned out really
Yeah.
good.
You Doc, hold on to your hats for some functional prints.
Okay.
huh? Wow.
Let me find a hat to put on real quick.
Okay. Yeah, those two plunger things on the left and right, they're literally just to make sure the card's pressed down on the tumblers with the O-rings on the outside. And the O-rings are just gripping. So this is an old like 7-day igloo cooler, and the latch is long since snapped off, the left and the right, but the cooler's sturdy as hell. In fact, those screws bite in really good. So I went on. I had to go to printables, but I found this model, and I'm actually going to remix it because it needs a little tweaking. But that is white, paper white TPU, I think from Amelin. I got it like Black Friday a year and a half ago. I got it as like a buy this and we'll give you a free roll, because apparently nobody wants paper white TPU. So I was like, all right, sure, I'll take it. This is the first time I've ever used it. So, and you make basically your replacement latch out of TPU. So you pop off the screws, take off the old plastic, screw this on, and it works just fine. And now my cooler's back in action. And there's your soda can
Nice.
for reference. I'm gonna remix it, and I'm gonna print it in translucent neon green, just because I want to be like, I want it to like stand out that it's 3D printed, just so I have a conversation starter when I'm print. But there's also that little peg goes through. The peg has like a ribbing on the outside, and so it doesn't fit all the way through very well. So I'm going to do a little modifier there so it pops through and holds. But it'll work even if I don't do that. It'll work. So I was very happy to be able to resurrect that very expensive cooler. Yeah.
Very neat. Yeah, looks good. It was a complete 100% infill on the.
No,
Okay.
just like 15%, because you want it bendable, you want it malleable. You don't want it. It literally just has to go over that post and not allow the lid to pull up. That's all it needs to do.
Got
So
it.
it doesn't need a lot of infill. These are we have some camping chairs that have built-in pistons into them, so they're camping chairs that turn into rocking chairs, but they don't have any cup holders. So these are telescoping. I found this on MakerWorld. Telescoping cup holders, so you can slide them out, and each segment screws into the other one, and then you got that spike sticking out at the end. You just jam that into the ground. And you can hold a soda can, a Gatorade bottle, bottled water, whatever you want, and it works really well. That's my patent silver giant arm PETG. The gold is Flash Forge high speed gold PETG that prints really well. It's the first gold PETG that I've really had consistent good luck with. And then the one on the left, so the silver's for me, the gold's for my daughter. And then my son wanted the blue one, and that's just a blue-purple gradient from Strong Hero 3D, and that's also PETG.
Well, I'll tell you, Hotfix, I've lost grip of my hat. I was trying to hold on to it, but this is pretty cool.
We're not done yet. But yeah, this is these are already going in the camping boxes that I'm packing up today and tomorrow. You know what? The spike is long enough, Colorado, that they probably could. Like you can see, I jammed that in the dirt in my front yard. That's holding just a regular Gatorade bottle, right? I'm pretty sure that's deep enough that it, if you like knocked it over, depending on how compacted or wet the sand was, yeah, I think it would probably work okay. Like I'd want to push it down good. Like you might have to bury it a little bit, worst case scenario, but. Yeah, keep that drink
Maybe you
up.
have to put like a collar. Maybe a collar at the base for you're going to put it in sand so it wouldn't rock as much.
Yeah, that might work. And you'll see what I did with the collar in a minute.
Okay.
So I got a lot of fans and lanterns and stuff, and I know that you don't want to have, when you're packing those in storage and throw them into your car. I've had lanterns and fans accidentally turn on before, and you can either burn out the motor or at the very least waste the batteries. So I pull all the batteries out. And I found these models on Maker World. I did Bamboo Lab, translucent PETG for the top. You're just never going to get it that clear. I did it on a hologram plate. I did 2 of these, and that's giant arm black PETG and giant arm silver PEG.
Yeah, that's cool, especially with the pattern.
Yeah, the gyroid pattern in the infill really kind of almost matched that hologram. That's why I chose that particular build plate, because I think they both like led into each other really well. But I had fun with like concentric top surface patterns and stuff. I was just being silly. Stuff that nobody but me is going to see.
Mhm.
And those are tension fitted where like it doesn't snap in place, but the layer lines work together. Like you slide the top on the bottom and the layer lines are all kind of aligned in the same direction. So they kind of grip to each other. It works out pretty well.
Oh, I see.
And of course, I did D batteries, so I had to do A and AAA batteries. I found this one on Maker World, and I remixed. I didn't remix it. I just, I flipped the top upside down and um, put the lettering on it, which was real simple to do. And then just again did the same filaments, but this one's nice because it screws together and it's very solid.
Yeah,
So
the hologram on there. I'm sorry. It kind of reminds me of like the hologram you see on like currency. Where it kind of like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
almost like
yep.
yeah. I think that's really neat.
I have like 10 prismatic plates. It's ridiculous. It's like Pokemon. You got to catch them all.
Printing mod.
I found these carabiner style ones. These have like, I want to say a 40% infill, and I think that 4 or 5 walls, and they're actually pretty strong. And when you start to pull down on the, you start to pull that, the teeth kind of interlock together on the side. This is me pulling really hard. Like you can see my knuckles turning from red to white. So this is, I was very happy with these. They don't bend a whole lot. Like I wouldn't go to, and I did them out of PETG because 1, functional print outside in the weather, but 2, PETG usually bends and gives a little bit more before PLA will. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with those. I don't know where or when I'm going to use them, but I've got them just in case. And we're taking towels, my kids and I. We have a the camping I'm doing is almost like glamping, where we have a hot water heater in camp and you can take hot showers. So these are going to be, I printed a couple of these to hang up my kids' towels. I have a towel that has a hook built into it, but my kids don't. And then I printed a few more because you can also use these. What these are designed to do is clamp onto like a tarp, and then you tie a rope on the loop. But I was like, okay, I'll throw in a couple extra because I've got tarps. You never know where I'm going to need them. But the 2 of those are going to help hang up my kids' towels. And there's combining the 2 just
with
to kind
the
of show what I'm
carabiner.
stuff. Yep.
Ooh, super function.
Yep. And then, there's going to be a couple of kids in camp, and there's some adults who also like to play games. So I have a game of Zombie Kittens, which is an exploding kittens card game variant. Found this person had their own storage case for it. They did all the artwork, and they already had the color samples, right? I just mirrored what they did, but I really liked it, and I think it came out really well. And you can't really tell from the picture, but I printed the top of the lid on a prismatic plate too. Gave it a really nice. My girlfriend picked out the right one for it, and I think it turned out really well.
Yeah, that looks
So
quality.
the instructions fit inside without any, messing around. I filled up one deck side, and I've got room in there in case I want to throw another deck of something in there. And no screws or filament joiners or nothing. This box is really cool. The lid snaps into the base, and then the latches snap into the lid, and then they fold over and snap into the base. It's all screwless. And there's no metal in this.
Cool. Like that.
Yeah, I like the box they made. That's pretty good.
Yep. I was very glad I had that bamboo lime green or whatever we're calling it. That's mistletoe green, lime green, bamboo PLA black, and I think I used bamboo PLA silver for the top lid and commercial. Apparently I'm talking too long. Back. And my kids really like Exploding Kittens Cat Burglar Edition. Same guy. He just kind of went to town. He took the same box and just worked on getting the different artwork. I really liked how he did the kitten and he did the text from orange to red. He really did a good job of trying to honor the original box. That's why I have it in this picture. But I did that one obviously on that old diamond. It's not prismatic, it's the textured plate. That reminded me of like something exploding. So I made sure to use some PLA Plus I had though for the latches just in case.
Yeah, that's the perfect plate for that print. I think
Yeah.
I saw one of the thousands of plate manufacturers call that pattern fractured or something like that. I think that's what it's called. But that's totally the right plate for that print.
And the best part is the Zombie Kittens box doesn't take up any more space than the original cardboard box. And this one takes up a lot less space. Part of the cat burglar edition is you got to like pass this little squishy guy around, and there's special rules for it. So it's like Exploding Cats Plus. My kids really like it because they get a little squishy to play with. So deck of cards on one side, squishy on the other, with instructions. I'm working on a couple more card box variants as well. So next week, I hope I'm back in time Saturday of next week, and if I am, I'll hopefully have a couple more card boxes to show you guys for the other games we're taking.
Yeah, I like this box with the hinges, and then the latches look like a pretty cool design too, with a little spring-loaded thing in there.
The guy who did all these themed boxes, he actually took somebody else's model, which is just a box, and he's remixed the hell out of it by adding the artwork and making it taller and other stuff. But yeah, if you want to make your own, the base box is out there. He links, and he's a good boy. He links to the model he remixed on all of his. He honors all the rules. He's a really cool dude. At least I think it's a dude. And I found this little crossbow on Maker World.
when you get it to work right, it's really cool. You just pull it back, and part of that makes the crossbow spring forward. You can load 4 of those bolts in the top mounted clip. The problem is it doesn't have a handle. Like there's no really good place to hold on it. You have to use both hands. I couldn't even um I couldn't even hold on to it to do a video because you need both hands. It's really kind of annoying. But there's one weak point right where my very tip of my middle finger is in the picture. There's just this absolutely ridiculous, yeah, right there. That's a really weak point, and you got to be so careful. And again, 0.16 millimeter layer height didn't matter. So it's one of those things that looks really cool. It's nice. My son loves anything it shoots. So if
Seems
if I
like if you,
have, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it seems like if you scale it up, you could use it to like hunt.
If you put maybe some sharp metal bits on the end and also do an actual handle, but if I had 1/10 of your skills, Doc, I would try and remix this and make it a little bit stronger because it's a neat idea. It's all the parts clip together. There's no glue, and it when it
Yeah.
works surprisingly well, but it's very inconsistent. It's got that really bad weak point and no handle.
Between Ed's reel and Hotfix's crossbow, you can be a survivalist with 3D printing.
We're set. If you can kill it with plastic, we're eating.
Is this for the camp shower thing?
No, I just did camping in Maker World just to see what they had on there, and this is a 4-part print. I glued the 2 pieces on the left together, and then I printed the shower head in clear PETG, again, very not clear. I printed it on the prismatic place that has a little water droplet effects because I can be like really over the top about that stuff sometimes, even though I'll be the only one to ever see it. But you screw that disc in there, and then you screw this on a water bottle. And I got this because my kids are going to get filthy, and I want to be able to like hand them a water bottle and say, "Here, rinse your legs off," and they can do a little gentle shower. I have a video. If I did it right, I put a video in so you can see it actually working. Yeah. Now this is leaking because this is one of those super little water bottles, like the 25-cent ones you get at Costco out of the vending machine. It doesn't have a long threaded neck on it, so it barely fits in this thing, but that's just fun. I just thought it was really cool. It'll probably either get broken or never used with my luck. One or the other. So
That would be
Yes,
good
I am.
if you're like at a river or somewhere where your feet are getting dirty and you can just rinse them off really good, or at the beach where you get sand on your feet. That'd be really good to rinse them off.
exactly. You take like a 2-liter bottle and fill that with water, and you could probably do some real serious cleaning.
So do I sound like you think I would sound Colorado Adventure Club? You think I would sound more like this? You think I would sound more like this? Bada bing, bada boom.
I was thinking Pepe Le Pew.
I'm not gonna try that one.
No, I was gonna laugh if you did.
Yeah, my French accent is not as good as it could be.
So yeah, functional print overload this week.
For sure. And we're not done yet.
So this one, I've got these in my tent. I put a couple of these things of damp red. One, they make the tent smell a bit nicer, but 2, we're there for a week, and it can get a little moist in the tent. I put like a couple of these around the tent, and if you've ever been in a tent, then you've got a plastic floor, and if you're sitting it on grass, it doesn't always lay flat. And I've walked around the tent before, and these damp red containers, all the desiccant, it's not desiccant, but the stuff that pulls the moisture out of the water, pulls the water out of the air,
sits in the top. So they're very top heavy until they start to fill up with water. So as you walk around the tent, sometimes you can just shift the plastic floor of the tent and knock them over. And then you've got this crap everywhere and the weird water it creates because it's not really water in the bottom. It's just moisture, weird stuff. And so I found a paper cup anti-spill model online. It looked like it had about the right angled shape, and I sized it up like crazy. I put a negative modifier in the middle, and I got it almost perfectly on the first shot. And the second one, I just reduced it 1 millimeter in size, and it's almost a perfect fit. I got some really thin foam tape. So I did a riser on my AMS, and then I put the glass on top of the plastic riser. But I found some really thin foam tape to put around that. So I'm actually going to line the inside of this thing with that foam tape to give it a little extra grip on the bucket when you stick it in there. So you wedge the bucket in, and it won't flip over. And I have a video showing the difference between the two as far as flippability. And necessity is the mother of invention.
Indeed.
So Doc will like this one. So as soon as I saw this, I thought about Revolve infusion right away and how easy that would be to make. And
Yep.
to size that up in like a couple of seconds.
What's even easier
like
is when
the
you go
rigorous
find a model. Sorry, what?
I like your rigorous testing there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you knock it over? I mean, that's kind of the same size as like those pints of ice cream. So like this would be perfect.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry's.
There you go. Just go grab that. It was from one of those Asian character like posts where they translated. I don't know if it's Chinese or Japanese or whatever was the original language, but it was for a paper cup, and just sized it up, and it works like a champ. And now I'm going to be annoying my kids. They'll still end up punting it halfway across the tent, but it won't be like they walked by it and it fell over. That's it. That's it for me.
All right.
Cool stuff.
So for real this time, that's all we have for this week. I think I read everybody's email correctly. So be sure to smash the like button on your way out if you liked anything that you saw, and I'll see everybody on next week's stream. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you next week.
Yeah, and I may not make it just
Take
in
care,
case
all.
when we get back. So have a good one, guys.
Have a great trip.
Everybody.
Great
Thanks.
camping.
Bye.
Later.